It's the Blob tool. We're going to Blanctown. After going to downtown, we're going to Blanctown. Who would have possibly imagined? I don't know. It's kind of a weird progression, isn't it? Like we're getting right into it. Like originally there was this exploration phase, like slowly building up, but here it's like, yeah, let's just go to the closed off neighborhood that the bad guys hanging out in. What an escalation! What are those things? These things are so creepy. Everything looks so plastic, rubbery, like synthetic, and shiny. Not as bad as the first game, where Radians in the game were like super duper like plastic. It's kind of spooky, ain't it? I like how they just don't waste time and they just get into it. But it's kind of weird that this is how ink works. It's also weird how their collar like drops down like that, so they look more like skeletons. Why is Zip here? Seriously, why are they here? Well, they don't mind us as long as we're not colored, so we have that advantage working for us. Oh, we can't smash anything while we're... Why ain't this just a place? Let's not do anything and just go straight to the mission objective. Oh, we can't zoom in. It's kind of funky because the whole like ink concept is kind of weird. Like before, I thought it was like just pollutant and they don't want to touch it ever, but what do you mean make a mess? Like, what is this with the fucking paint pools? Wouldn't there be the paint pots around? Like, they wasted, like, no time pointing, like, oh, yeah, they're bad guys. So dumb. Oh, there's a drop. God damn it, of course there was a drop pad. Don't be a fool. If I can get a yellow switch, I can get out of here. Okay, so they just neutralize color. There are no supplementary effects. Because, like, it's entirely plausible they would suck out some color. I should have paid attention back when I'm just messing around. Now load up in yellow and get back to that pump. Wait, so they can't see him? Beige. Why beige? It's like a very specific color. I thought they were all about the grays. Also, brown is a color Blob can color in. So why is that any better? Also, I'm starting to notice that my computer is deteriorating, so I'm kind of facing a deadline. Not very fun. Also, unlike usual, when I record stuff on the day I need it, I actually took some precautions and recorded this one like a little bit ahead of time. I feel like an adult. I feel like an adult. Every day. Every day. A little bit better. Such a charm the way you color stuff in. Is it me or is there like slight like frame hiccups happening? Like, it's telling me it's running at a 75, and it sometimes does, but my eyes do not deceive me, child. I am more than clever enough to see through thine rules. Kaboom! Color all the things. Put some color on that wall. And the billboards. Man, I like these grassy rooftops. They look cool. They got a lot of splash to them. Look at that. So nice and pretty. Oh, cool. There was a style in there. Oh! How did I freed them? I didn't hit them. I guess the rules are kind of loose. They're fast and loose. Like these pants. Aw, I just wanted to paint the tree. Kind of sad that Blob didn't get a follow-up, because it is the kind of game that only has so much you can really do with it, but it's kind of fun, you know? There's a lot of charm to it, to just doing it, you know? Those games doesn't need the complexity, it just needs the thing to do, the doables. The music starts swelling up. You just feel the love. Woo! Blanks unleashed. I was really under the impression that going into this without the typical slew of upgrades would be annoying, but so far it's like alright. Oh, you still leave a paint trail, it's just that it doesn't actually... That's kind of funky. Like, that actually looks really dumb. If you happen to be working on the Blob game, don't do that. I forgot what it did, but it did a thing. Got 3 styles. Oh, wait, those trees, yeah, we gotta take care of those too. So when Blob makes cars, does he make them hybrids? Is Blob environmentally conscious? More 11. You know, I never got people who are like that climate change isn't real. I'm like, listen, it doesn't matter if it's real. What matters is that, you know, life would be a heck of a lot better if we just did it a little bit nicer, you know? Like, it doesn't have to stop the end of the world for it not to be a good idea, you know? This is the thing that gets me, is people make it into this, it either has to save everyone, or we're not going to do it. And it's like, okay, so if you happen to have a tiny scratch, but it's bleeding, and it's not going to kill you, but it's going to get infected, we should just leave it? I mean, it might become a problem at some point. How about you cut it off at the pass, you know? People don't just invent life-saving surgery. You need it all, man. You need a mixture of all the good beans. It's like, wouldn't you want to breathe air that's breathable? I don't think wanting to have, like, a place that's clean, that doesn't kill you when you breathe it, is a very controversial idea. I think most humans would appreciate being alive. But apparently it is a highly controversial subject. I mean, I guess that's how God wants to keep population under control. Everyone just dies from pollution. I don't like how a lot of the windows stay gray. It really kind of undercuts the point. Because it's like, okay, you color it in, but then there's this huge swath that just stays colorless anyway. Okay, you did your job, but you didn't really do it. Why am I coloring that house? That house already looked colored. It's kind of funky. Oh, yeah. I wish your coloring range for these was a little bit bigger, because now it just looks a bit... Ugh. Purple trees, which hardly look purple. Actually, this doesn't look all that purple at all. It looks more kind of bluish to me. Like, it's not a strong purple, you know? It's kind of a weak purple. Although I might be colorblind. Also, what do these road markings mean? What do they mean? Is this where you get to make a spirally boop? It doesn't do anything, but you can do it if you want to. I'm not a patient man, I'm sorry. Cool, your music is all me. Once you've done a mistake. Should probably take care of those at some point. Unleash some blanks, huh? Car! Hee hee. Why? I'm pretty sure I'd set Discord to no nonsense, but now I ain't so sure no more. Oh, that's neat. It's like it circles around a bit. I really like how the place just comes to life, you know. Oh yeah, I forgot when she touched the glue. Blob was like blah 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 blah. Come on, man. Just because I had to get cocky. Yeah, I'll have to endure this the whole time. Fresh paint. Oh. I lost it anyway. Wah, 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 wah. Ooh, that was a big one, wasn't it? That was a big baby blue. I don't know what I did, but I sure did it good. The irony is that he does win, which is kind of like, okay, so you basically said that all of my efforts were useless. Your model, your hands in particular, look very awkward. So we're now just gonna vandalize public property. Like before we were liberating, now we're just attacking public property. Yeah, so I think the way they win anyway. It's a bit of a spoiler, but they win by pulling a fast one, so to speak. I think the exact specific is they hypnotize people or something. Squish. That was a sploosh. Wow, you told me to go in. I guess we didn't have any color mixing outside, so it doesn't really matter what they told us to go in with, but. I still feel bad about the whole super best friend thing. Abracazooce. Where the hell did that animal come from? Why is this a hologram? Does this say anything? Blank bylaws. No one likes bylaws. What do we have against bylaws? You know, I thought you were politically active, Blob, not like that kind of person. You know, someone who feels superior. Yellow. Who doesn't like yellow? Because I should do. Ooh. Need if we need to go back. Wow, that's a lot of color bots. That is a lot of color bots. Paint bots, I guess. Gotta watch out for them bylaws. I just love how they're specifically referred to as bylaws. How does he have that authority anyway? Like, I'm pretty sure a single major city would be like, could you do that not? Or as in, could you not do that? That's not a good thing, is it? Although I guess everyone does kind of like him. They seem to be having a great time with these buddies. No. I was under the impression that they were a bad thing, but you're like, no. Apparently, wow, did we just murder them? Wow. In cold blood. What's the plan, Mother Clucker? Oh yeah, that's what they're for. I think they just make you go funky or something. Yeah. Oh, they're called Prism. And the music just goes back to being happy jolly. Who cares? This ain't no video game. Life ain't a video game. Oh, I'm not color. I don't have color. I'm sad, baby blue. It feels so much more like a charge target thing, you know? Like, that's what you're charging at. Get him! Go ahead and eat him! Where are the other objectives? Ooh. I'm now a zero-size blob. I don't know why that came into existence. Like, the transform engine being used as like a progression gimmick just doesn't work. There's something about it that just feels like a slice off. So size change just feels drastic. Look at these. No! I bullied! I was the bully all along. Abracazooce! I like how we're just introducing him at this point. Damn, he's fast. Like, we never really got to see him in the first game actually, like, moving. And now he's just zipping. Oh, that's neat. We have to. That's awesome. Obviously, we don't have any color to absorb. They don't really care. Oh, a 50? Before it was 30? I guess 50 is the more logical number now that you can increase your total up to... What can you do again? I think you can do like 200 at max. But we just have a blimp helicopter thing here? Like, we actually got, like, Pinky saying things there. Oh, wow, they straight up made them ink. That's, kind of creepy. That's actually pretty neat. It's like, hey, these are color dispensers, but they can also be this. Wow! And I got some time for it, too. Oh my god, Blob. We get it. You don't like being inked, but that doesn't mean you can just take the entire level complaining about it. There's a time for a complaining, and there's a time for a splaining. Like, I like how vibrant the colors are, even if it takes a little bit of, like, to make it really look good. It looks good, it looks good. Oh, we took away some of the garbage. Clean this place up. The Blob, municipal worker. I'll just take care of those leech bots. They're not a risk or anything, but I mean, you might as well. There ain't nobody saying I shouldn't. And I think I should cut the episode here. So next time we'll do this next section. Huh.